Hey, what's up, guys? Nice to see you. It's a beautiful day out here in eastern Pennsylvania, so I got the shades on. Maybe I'll take them off so you guys can see what's going on. You can see these lovely pearls. So I just wanted to show up today and say what's up to you guys and break down some news. We got Star Wars Celebration happening out there in Japan. So Star Wars Celebration's happening, a lot of Star Wars news. So two of the main big things that popped out of there was Ryan Gosling has been announced and attached to be in a new Star Wars movie, Star Wars Starfighter. It should be coming out in May of 2027. So we still got some time, long way away. Anything could happen. There's a lot of people out there that are skeptical. They think that, like a lot of other Star Wars projects, maybe this one will fall by the wayside. It won't really kind of take off the ground, and we really won't see anything of it. Rian Johnson's trilogy, never got anything from that. Taika Waititi, he's probably coming out with a movie, maybe, not sure. There was a Star Wars, maybe Starfighter game. And I don't know if it's going to be drawing anything from that. I think this is just like straight from scratch, just its own thing. Supposedly it's taking place 5 years after Return of Palpatine, or what was that called? Rise of Skywalker. That terrible thing. So it takes place 5 years after that. Yay. So we don't know if any characters are going to pop up. It's supposed to be really standalone. And supposedly, it's just going to be, a war in space. Star Wars. No Jedi, maybe. No Force, maybe. So we'll see. I know a lot of people are kind of upset about that aspect of a Star Wars movie not having Jedi Knights or the Force in it. I don't know about that. I think Star Wars is Star Wars. If it's got an X-Wing in it, it's Star Wars. If it's got a Death Star, it's Star Wars. Arguably the two best things that Star Wars has put out recently or within the past decade is like Rogue One, Andor, Mandalorian. Those are all fairly popular with the fans, and a lot of those don't feature Jedi Knights and things like that, the Force. They kind of delve into other aspects in that universe, and I think that's totally fine. I think it's totally interesting, and I think it could totally work. So those are some examples of some shows that I think go through the Star Wars world without kind of introducing us to the magic of the Force, which is fine, but also let's also remember that some things that did have the Force in it that failed miserably is the Acolyte, and just for the sake of it, Rise of Skywalker. It's terrible use of all the lore and terrible just retconning of how the Force works, what you can do with the Force. I mean, it's pretty bad. So for us in this Star Wars timeline to get a movie that doesn't have any of those tropes of the Force and the Jedis, I think that's going to be okay. I think a basic, standard, grassroots Starfighter Star Wars dogfights. That's what we need more of. Sorry, I just had a stroke there for a second. So what else we got? The Mandalorian and Grogu movie. That is literally the title, and it literally is the laziest title I've ever heard in my life. Made-for-TV movies have better titles. Sharknado is a better title than the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I don't think it's called the movie, but Mandalorian Grogu. Man, that's pretty lazy. That's real lazy. And in fact, so lazy, I hope the story isn't as lazy as that title, because what a lot of people are saying is that this movie is just basically going to be season 4 rolled into a movie. And again, if that's the case, really lazy, and if they're not putting effort into it at this stage in the game, it's hard to see if that's going to be a smash or not. I don't think just the Mando and Baby Grogu is going to do it. I don't think they're going to make $1 billion. I think they'll make money, but I don't know. You know, Jon Favreau has stated that, you know, it's going to be big. It's bigger. We got a big budget. And what does that really mean? Who knows? You know, Rise of Skywalker had a humongous budget, and that still sucks balls. So, who knows? They'll probably give Pedro Pascal more money because he's in such demand, and maybe they'll show his face for 5 seconds. So they got to pay him his money. So that's some of the budget. And they'll probably make that stupid animatronic baby way more intricate and crazy. Like, I bet you they put a lot of money into that puppet, into that animatronic, and into the effects that go around to help him look believable. So, yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu, I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to that one. I think what was shown at the Disney Star Wars celebration was a little action set piece, and what I'm hearing is that it was like a supposable one-shot, a oneer, which I don't know if. I think the one-shot action set piece is just overused, overblown, overexposed, and it's just kind of washed out. I think the effectiveness of it. I think a good one-shot action scene, you shouldn't notice that it's one shot. You should be kind of invested in the scene. You should be wowed by the action. Maybe every once in a while you kind of say to yourself, is this all one shot? You know, like the Extraction 1 did that very well, where it goes on for so long, but the action is so good that you don't notice it, and then maybe towards the end of it you're like, holy shit, that was all a one shot. The second Extraction movie, the oneer there was pretty impressive. It goes on forever. I think maybe too long, but again, the action is just really, really well done and choreographed to the point where you don't notice it. It doesn't draw attention to itself. And I think the more you draw attention to those one shots, the less effective it's going to be. Sorry, the camera's moving here. So, those are some Star Wars things. Those are my thoughts on those things. And you guys have a great day. I'm going to get out of here for now. Tell me what you want to see. If you want to see more stuff, more Star Wars stuff in the comments. Or just anything. Just let me know what's going on. Like I said, we're building this channel up, and I'm taking all ideas. And that's it. Love you guys. Be good. See ya.